Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something very different, a single source document,
And this isn't a research paper or an analysis. This is a field log.
a raw, minute-by-minute account from a wildlife biologist named Elias Ward, and it details an event that starts out as completely routine.
Exactly. He was working in a containment zone for chronic wasting disease, CWD.
For anyone who doesn't know, it's a prion disease in deer.
Yeah.
It's a slow-motion horror story. It just destroys their brain.
Right. Neurological decay. And standard procedure, if you find a symptomatic animal, is to cull it immediately.
So that's where we start. Our mission today is to follow Ward's log to track the exact moment a standard procedure failed.
And how a necessary cull became something else entirely. Something regenerative, infectious, and moving with intent.
It's a chronology of an unrecoverable threat.
So the first log entry is the kill. It's a buck, late-stage CWD. All the signs are there.
Ward is meticulous. He notes a swollen rear leg, a split antler, makes the kill at dusk right under these old ash trees.
And he does everything by the book. He tags the carcass,
R7769.
clips an iridescent tag on it, logs the GPS, and files the retrieval request. Done. Threat neutralized.
Until the next morning?
The retrieval team shows up to the exact coordinates, and there's nothing there.
Absolutely nothing.
And Ward, in his log, he really stresses this point. This isn't normal. Scavengers, coyotes, bears, they always leave a trace.
Fur, hide, drag marks, something.
But the site was, and he uses the word pristine, clean, as if nothing had ever been there.
So right away, that's the first huge anomaly. A dead, immobile animal just vanishes, leaving no evidence.
It suggests something that defies natural biology.
Right.
That the body either reanimated so fast it just walked away, or that whatever this pathogen is, it protects the host tissue instantly.
And that's where the real horror begins.
A few days go by. Ward is just doing his job, reviewing trail camera footage, routine data collection.
And then, just after 1 in the morning, a motion sensor triggers on a camera across a ravine from his camp.
And there is.
The same buck.
There's no question. Ward confirms it in the log. Same warped antler, same swollen joint, and you can see the glint.
The tracking tag, R7769. The animal he killed is up, and it's walking.
But how it's walking, that's the key.
Right, because a CWD victim would be stumbling, twitching.
Erratic, spasmic.
Right.
But this thing's gait was smooth, unbroken. He even writes it felt too clean.
He says the body appeared carried, not powered.
Which is, that's a chilling observation. It implies the host's own nervous system isn't in control. The pathogen is moving the body directly, like a puppet.
And a puppet with a purpose, because the movement wasn't random.
No, not at all. Ward starts charting the sightings over the next few nights.
And he realizes it's moving in a pattern, a slow arc, a wide perimeter path that was getting closer and closer each night.
Deliberate.
Yeah.
Calculated. And when he plotted the geometric center of that closing circle,
It was his base camp, his trailer.
it was either tracking him or retracing the path to its own death.
That awareness,
Mm-hmm.
it then starts to manifest physically in the environment.
He goes back to the ash trees, the original kill site. There's no blood, but he finds something else.
Something that was built.
Deer don't build, they don't nest. But there, in a little depression in the ground, was a pile of debris, arranged.
Small bones, feathers, and what he describes as the twisted remains of a jaw.
It's not instinct, it's assembly. It means this thing isn't just moving, it's thinking, planning, maybe even learning.
The evolution is accelerating. First it's walking, now it's building. And the next change he documents is physical, a transformation of the host itself.
A few nights later, the cabin cam catches it again, around 3 a.m.
And it's not on all fours anymore.
No, it's standing, upright, on its rear legs, which are locked stiff.
The front limbs are just dangling, dead weight. He wrote that it swayed like a puppet strung by hands.
The whole anatomy was changing. The face was caving in, the skin sagging as if the tissue inside was dissolving and rebuilding itself for this new form.
Bipedal movement in a deer. That's a total re-engineering of the body.
It tells you the pathogen is regenerative. It's not just repairing the CWD damage. It's aggressively adapting the host into something new, something more effective.
And it wasn't just adapting the deer.
No. Later footage gives him the confirmation he was dreading. Cross-species transmission.
He sees one of the seasonal hires, a man named Nathan, on the camera.
Nathan's stumbling into the same clearing, shirtless, knees stiff.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there, near the upright deer.
The two of them, the human and the animal, just coexisting, silently.
And that's it. That's the confirmation. It had jumped to a human host, Ward's mission just shifted from containment to neutralization.
This sends him scrambling, trying to figure out what he missed. He goes back to his original handwritten kill log.
And he finds it. A warning. Almost erased. A faint pencil note in the margin from the lab team.
Just 3 words.
Burn after disposal.
A non-standard instruction. A critical one. It was missed.
Or ignored. The retrieval team never got the message, or they just never showed up. But that delay, leaving the carcass exposed for just a few hours.
That was the window. The single point of failure that allowed all of this to happen.
At this point, Ward knows he's compromised too. He's logging his own symptoms.
Intense headaches, nosebleeds, wooziness, and a red burst of capillaries in his left eye.
He's on the same path as Nathan. But slower? Nathan was already gone, but Ward was still functional, still able to think, to write. The question was why?
He finds the answer in an abandoned satellite lab 70 miles away, a note left behind.
And the note confirms it. Symptoms are accelerated after exposure to decomposing infected tissue. But it also said,
delayed infection correlated with chemical disruption, specifically ammonia and alcohol.
And it all clicks into place for him. It was an accident.
He'd run a crude test on a tissue sample earlier. He used an ammonia-based cleaner he had in his trailer.
And the reaction was violent, bubbling, a smell like scorched hair. The tissue recoiled from it.
That one accidental act of curiosity, it bought him time, it slowed the infection in his own body.
So now he knows. He knows its vulnerability, high heat, and certain chemicals. He has a window, a very small one, to act before he loses control completely.
He heads for a larger, independent DNR lab even further north. He gets there and it's abandoned.
The surveillance monitors are just looping old footage. The freezer lab door is open, vials smashed on the floor.
And he finds prints near a wall vent. But they're not boot prints.
They're hoof prints,
No.
but they're wrong. Split but too long, too narrow, he writes.
As if the deer's body had been compromised, adapted for climbing, for creeping through vents.
The facility wasn't just evacuated, it was compromised from within.
But the final showdown, it leads him back to where it all started. Back to the glade with the ash trees.
Only it's not a glade anymore. The entire area has been transformed.
A full sprawl of organic spires, venous threads, throbbing fungal stalks.
The organism wasn't just infecting hosts anymore. It was cultivating, building a nexus, a nest.
And in the center of it, a mound. A horrific fusion of parts.
Deer skull, human ribs, scraps of clothing. He recognizes remnants belonging to his whole field team. Harris, Jenner, our ranger. They were all integrated into this structure.
And as he stands there, they emerge.
3 reanimated human figures and 3 deer variants, including the original, R7769.
And they just look at him, silent, mechanically curious, as if he was one of them, a returning infected just coming home to the nest.
But Ward knows the weakness now. He has a cocktail of cleaning ammonia and accelerants, and a crude thermite mix he made from rust and aluminum shavings.
He throws the ammonia flask first.
And the whole organic sprawl just sizzles. It recoiled, pulls back from the chemical. It confirms the vulnerability.
And this is the key observation he makes. The infected figures, they don't rush him.
No, they rush the fire.
Yeah.
The burning ammonia. Their priority is protecting the nest.
He sees that moment. He lit the thermite.
A blinding column of heat. It vaporized the nest, the bodies, everything. Stopped the spread, contained it to that glade.
And that's where his log ends. His final entry is just. Status notes. Secondary host transmission confirmed. Destroyed all known infected samples.
And one final instruction for anyone who finds his log.
Do not come looking for survivors.
He contained the primary threat, but he knew he was still infected. He was the last known host, the last vector.
His final act, the one he doesn't write down but implies, was rigging the ignition of his truck to the last thermite charge placed right under his own seat.
To ensure his own body wouldn't continue the cycle.
Which leaves you with one final, pretty heavy thought.
Right.
When all the protocols fail, when the warning note in the margin is missed and a threat just evolves beyond anything you can comprehend, what does it take for one person to realize that their own preemptive self-neutralization is the only option left to protect everyone else?
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.